point, we are shifting our attention now to the big story of the day because it's a big victory for the Indian agencies. The United States has deported Anmol Bishnoi, the younger brother of Lawrence Bishnoi, a key conspirator in the murder of Baba Siddiqui. Now, the United States Department of Homeland Security has confirmed Anmol's extradition in an email to NCP leader and former MLA Zishan Siddiqui. This email stated that Anmol Bishnoi was officially expelled from American soil on the 18th of November. Remember, Anmol Bishnoi was detained in the United States in February. And let's talk about how he has been a big part of the entire Bishnoi gang. He has been orchestrating all the work of the Bishnoi gang from outside the country. So he has been under the radar of the agencies for a long time now, finally being brought back to the country. So the biggest point, of course, the prime accused in the Baba Siddiqui case, he is said to have orchestrated the murder, the shooting, also providing weapons and also the financial backing for this. Apart from that, he has also been named in the firing that took place outside Salman Khan's residence. You remember the bullets in the house as well. All of it being planned allegedly by Anmol Bishnoi. And that was a shooting that took place outside Salman Khan's residence. Apart from that, he's also linked to the Sidhu Moosewala murder. He's said to have managed Sidhu Moosewala's murder plot again while being away from India, from overseas. So he has been charge sheeted by the NIA back in 2022 as well. In two different cases, he has been charge sheeted. So two terror-linked cases against him as well. Joining us on the broadcast to discuss further on this, on how this is a big victory of India and how the investigations will follow after this. Joining us on the broadcast is Ravi Shankar Singhvi, Supreme Court advocate, and Swapnil Kothari, senior lawyer. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Ravi Shankar Singhvi, how big a breakthrough is this for India? Because this was a gang that had been operating not in India but outside the country, and we've seen how the terror has spread across countries from the Bishnoi gang. This is a significant first step towards bringing him to justice.
Thank you, Pratibha. Thank you for having me. My name is Avishkar, by the way, just for the record.
All right, my apologies. Yes.
See, there are few quick points on this. One is that extradition law imposes a very high threshold so that a person can be extradited. So the process itself is a good indicator of the seriousness of the charge. And the government having managed to, and the agencies having managed to have his extradition expedited, it is definitely indicative of the fact that even the US authorities locally and the Indian authorities were ad idem on the fact that it is a serious offense. It'll be a second point would be that it will be very important to now going forward unearth the true extent of the gang and the true extent of their activities that have taken place over the last few years. And in connection with the disturbing incidents that have taken place, which with regard to Sidhu Moosewala's death, or when you talk about the Baba Siddiqui's
yes,
murder encounter, etc. So all of these issues will have to be investigated thoroughly. The third and the fourth is that we are lucky that India and US have an extradition treaty and the matter was fast-tracked, because I believe that there are a lot of extradition requests, and
yes,
this is one of the few which would fall in the exceptions, and this is the request which has been acceded to because the authority agreed that this is a case which warrants urgent attention.
Absolutely. And in the recent times, we've seen several big victories for our agencies as far as the extraditions are concerned. There are many more, yes, but there have been some recent victories. In fact, just a moment, I'll also talk about the major development of Anmol Bishnoi being dragged back to India, marking the biggest deportation among the gangsters operating from abroad. Times Now has in fact accessed the NIA charge sheet, which reveals the Bishnoi gang mirroring the D company, with Anmol Bishnoi as a key link in the global operations. So the NIA says the network, with as many as 700 members active overseas, was involved in targeted killings in North India, including Moosewala murder, and also allegedly trying to destabilize the country. The charge sheet details how Lawrence Bishnoi transformed a small-time gang into a Dawood-style organized crime syndicate, with Anmol playing a central role in the international operations. And Swapnil, Lawrence Bishnoi is in a jail in India. So it was his brother Anmol Bishnoi who had taken over the reins, and look at how it has spread from a small-time criminal gang to now having as many as 700 members overseas. So it was quite challenging for India. What is the process that will follow?
Pratibha, good morning. One of the things that I'm very happy about is that this case has gone on a little bit of a speedier resolution. And the point is that there are two important ingredients. One is that there has to be a treaty between the countries. So there is a treaty between India and the United States. And the second one, most important point, is that the offense which has been committed has to be triable in both the countries and punishable in both the countries. So that is also present. And that's the reason why we are going to be able to see Anmol Bishnoi very soon, or possibly is already landed by now. You will remember, Pratibha, that when we did our earlier debates on Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi has also been denied any pleas. His pleas have been rejected by the Antwerp court. And so Nirav Modi's pleas likewise by the English courts. So what has happened is across the globe, people have realized, or countries like the US and the UK have realized, that India does not make empty, hollow claims. It knows what it's talking about. And the fact that very important point that you raised is the Bishnoi gang is very, very diverse, very, very widespread across not only India, but I'm sure across the globe as well. So with 700 gang members, it is posing some kind of a threat to the law and order situation across the globe. So I'm sure they are on the Interpol list as well. And that is what has facilitated this, apart from very robust diplomatic channels.
Absolutely. And, it's the same modus operandi that they use as well. Perhaps this would be the first step towards cracking down on that as well. Using fake passports, then seeking political asylum, and then running an extortion racket from outside the country. And it has been going on for far too long. Now, Anmol Bishnoi being brought back to the country. Thank you for joining us with how this could play out.